right up, step right up. Beyond the threshold of this theme song lies the greatest show you've ever heard. A podcast where the topic is everything our fine specimens can think of. That's right, sit on down and have yourself a listen to Groupcast. At center stage is Casey, creator of the show and part-time llama enthusiast.
I mean, I'm here, I guess.
On a soapbox, somewhere in the hedge maze, is Lennon, the comedian with a heart made of video games.
Smarter than the average bear, although probably dumber than the A student bear.
In the acrobatics tent is Amber, part woman, part goose, part excited puppy. That's an improper fraction, folks.
Cling to your tonsils like they're precious.
Getting a donut in the break room is Rolls, the man who can lift 2 beer cans at once and not spill them. Sometimes.
To get by in life, you have to remember one thing. Always cheat off the Asian students.
And the wall as the wall.
Why do Titans' eyes always hurt? Because they can't blink.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. And podcast start. And Hey everybody, welcome to podcast.
It's another podcast. I'm so excited.
Hey,
You guys,
welcome to Groupcast.
Special
Spooky edition.
we're on a boat.
Where's T-Pain?
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Boop, 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 boop.
Do you still have that app rolls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, bring out the app.
Where you add some swag.
I love the app.
Yeah, the slag horn or whatever
This
it's
is.
called.
I remember whatever
Oh, shit, I gotta
episode
plug
it
this in
was.
soon.
We just talked about this app, and then it's just the air horn app. You just push the button as the air horn. We were talking about it, and then like 30 seconds later, all of a sudden, just from Rolls' phone, beep 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 beep.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Oh my god, this episode is gonna sound terrible. By the way,
It really is. I don't even care right now.
we might as well be on like opposite sides of the house trying to do this shit.
Yeah.
Aren't we though?
No!
Today is the day that Casey gives snow fucks. He wore half a costume.
I
Well,
sure
that's
did.
true,
We'll get to
yeah.
that in a second.
Oh yeah.
For those of you people on the show who didn't get an intro, we also have here Dan.
Oh, why am I always first?
You're never first. You were
I know.
first 100 episodes ago.
What does my life come to?
At least you know where you stand now.
It's come to look like Rolls on a diet, is what it's come to look like.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't hung around this guy too long.
The beards, they're starting to match.
Yeah, they are. I mean, look at it.
Beer inception.
You're both starting to look like the Scotsman who gave up.
I wonder if they know about the beards.
The beards.
Yeah.
We also have Tara and M.
Hello.
And
For some reason, we're just here.
let's get into it. Who the fuck you be?
Also featuring Q.
Q?
Yeah.
From Street Fighter?
Probably not a pun that's been made before.
Probably not.
So who the fuck you be?
Good question.
Well, it doesn't have to be philosophical. Just kidding.
Well, you're asking an English and philosophy major, so that's a very loaded question.
I see.
You're the shepherd of the mind's eye.
Well, let me unload it for you then.
There you go.
Tell us about you.
Hey, you're voluntold to go first.
Why am I being
Because you're boisterous.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that word means.
What is worthy?
Oh, okay.
What is worthy
whoops.
to say?
Really?
What is worthy?
Because I have a lot of things I can say about myself.
Let's start from the top.
What's the most
You were born a
important
poor black child.
You were born a poor mountaineer, barely kept your family alive.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
this sounds familiar.
It just might.
We need to write that. This is a sitcom idea we got right
You gotta
now.
bring up Granddaddy Perkins.
Oh,
That's
yes.
how it all
Yeah.
All right,
started.
Granddaddy Perkins.
Listen,
We
listen,
know-
listen. Your last name is Perkins. This episode has a small history with the name Perkins.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Well, no, that's
As
how
long
he
as it's not another
sneezes.
chapter in the Hatfields and McCoys.
But no, that's how he sneezes. He goes.
No one even refers to me by my first name usually anyway. Everyone used to in high school would just be like Perkins because I was the only one with that last
Did
name.
you go to school in England?
Perkins.
Perkins.
No, then it would have been Perkins 1, 2,
Bloody
and
Perkins
87.
got tea and crumpets. That's my British. Do you like my
No.
British?
Yes, it's kicking
I've
in,
been,
man.
I've been,
Michael, look, I'm stuck between two pumpkins.
Well, the reason why my last name's Perkins because my father's family is from England, far, far back. So if not, I would
That's
have.
an English name.
What about the German name in your family?
Heil.
Farfenpooper.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where. I
Yeah, that's a Heil is the tame German name. You're lucky you didn't get like Harfenstopergang.
Well, it doesn't help that my family
That
was
means
blonde.
hello, by the way.
My family was blonde hair and blue eyed on that side, and we
Is that
left.
why you're obsessed with Nazis?
So you made it.
We made it.
Wait, are you sure your name
Looks
isn't
like we
Hale?
made it.
Well, Heil means healthy, so when people would say Heil,
Healthy Hitler.
yeah, so when people said Heil Hitler, it was basically like the equivalent almost of like Long Live the King.
He's like Richard Simmons.
We're learning. What?
He's healthy.
Heil Hitler!
Get ready to sweat, people. We're going to the Third Reich.
Woo! I love
Why
white
you ready for
people.
soapbox jumps?
Later, we're gonna hit the showers!
Oh,
Oh!
Beat this into the ground 5 minutes in.
Suddenly, 5 minutes later, Amber got it.
That's what happened.
Oh, dice.
I need to bring up my
So
topics.
continue. This has been fun so far. Go
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
fast, we're terrible people.
We are.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why we fit in.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Also, underneath is awesome.
let me think.
Underneath the water.
What else is worthy
Wait,
of discussion here?
Buttons. I mean, we got a lot of topics, but you don't want
Oh,
to
it's
because
15.
These people
I'm
are going to
so
know more
sorry.
about you than they ever need to.
Well, I guess the one worthy information is the wonderful Tara is my best friend, and we lived together
I'm
last
stuck
year.
with this bitch.
Yeah, she stuck with me. So there's
I can feel the love from here.
Yeah.
I know, right?
there's that.
That's cunt.
Everyone thinks they're lesbians.
But we're not lesbians. I'm in a
about
very
women all the
happily
time?
committed
Yeah,
They
relationship.
say that about Rolls and I, too, actually.
You guys are both lesbians.
Guys are what beautiful lesbians, I gotta say.
And they are not quite lesbian threesome plus Jake.
Yeah, lesbian foursome.
Jake's lucky to be in that house, I guess.
There's no
His
penises
girlfriend
in
Oh,
kinda
Jake's
on the
got it
fence about
made.
it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Good for Jake.
Good
Well, I
for
wish
I
you
hang
could
out
be
with
Jake
a lot.
right now.
I have a lot
Jake from
of
State Farm?
Yeah.
That's what he wanted to
those
tell
almost lesbians, but we swear we like our boyfriends too. It's like one group. So.
I mean, pretty much everyone buys into the whole I'm dating M thing. There's our Shakespeare professor who swears we're married. Every time there's a marriage conversation, she asks us a question. And then there's someone
Oh,
else who
you and
thought
your
we were
professor?
married.
Or?
Our
I
professor.
kind of lost the story.
Tara, we're married, right? Stop saying that.
No, I don't even know you like that. After that saran wrap story, we're just gonna go past that.
Saran wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, she's talking to us about relationships in Shakespeare's plays, and she's like, something about your husband always has to come whenever your husband comes home. You always have to make sure you're wrapped up in saran wrap before he gets
And the
there.
class just goes fucking
Jeez.
silent. No one knows what to do. We all look at each other, and she's like,
Even the crickets
Oh.
were like, what the fuck?
I
Okay.
guess you guys don't know about that. Moving on.
And that's about spicing up your married sex life.
You're married.
Married.
Married, yeah, yeah.
Next level.
I guess this Mike's hard got to me already.
You're allergic to
You
everything.
could always take the Lamar Odom approach and go almost die at the Bunny Ranch in Vegas. It's the only time the whorehouse has saved a marriage that I know of. So mark that on your worksheet, though.
It's so true.
But then again, it's with the ugliest of the Kardashian sisters. So was it really meant to be saved to begin with?
So happy daylight savings time, everybody.
Yeah, how about
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That's the only holiday that's today.
Yeah.
No.
By the way,
Not
fuck
Samhain or
daylight
anything.
daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Deal
all
with the
farmers
darkness.
anymore.
Yeah, the farming days are over. It was daylight saving time was created by farmers who were like, "Oh, it's still fucking dark out. Let's just make everybody change their clocks instead of getting up an hour later."
Because that makes
So
sense.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin.
Do you guys know there's a place in Arizona? If you go through Arizona doesn't use daylight savings time.
Oh,
I'm moving to Arizona.
There's an Indian reservation there that does use daylight savings time. There's a segment of that Indian reservation that doesn't use daylight savings time.
Ooh.
So you go through like 6 time zones in a few miles.
I love
It's great.
it. Yeah.
Really.
I want to go
Oh
there.
yes.
I want to go
yes,
there
that
to the,
Indian tribe, the stopwatches.
I just want to go there to the Four Corners
So
and
proud
just
of you.
walk around in a circle.
Yes, my good old birth state.
The Four Corners?
Arizona.
That's a good band.
Hell?
She was popped out on the
The ugly
point.
cousin of the Four Seasons.
You know, there's like a sign or whatever at like the Four Corners where you can go and take pictures.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
exactly
Is it a
on the
pick your own
Four
price
Corners.
menu?
It's actually not where it's supposed to be. They put it in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So it's like
Oh, it is off, right?
it's like
Yeah.
10 or 15
I've
feet,
heard that
but it's
before.
still like literally just imagine standing with your hands and feet like spread out in the middle of nowhere for no reason. Like it's not
We're
the
in
right
4
place.
states. You're all still in Arizona. I'm sorry.
I've seen that show on the History Channel, how the states got their shape. It's really, that's what it's called.
That is a
It's,
show? Wow.
It's 50 episodes long. And
no, it's
done.
really
Grasping
interesting because
straws
it's
here now.
like, it's like, I watched someone just the other day about California where it's like, they just, the people who were
We wanted another state that looked like a wang.
they were just in California
weren't
like,
enough.
oh, we're going to draw these arbitrary lines. And they said,
That's every episode, isn't
yeah.
it?
We don't want you to do that. Like, do it or we'll become our own republic. Okay, you can have your crazy lines.
I want to imagine the show.
That was
Yeah.
history.
I want to imagine that the show introduces each state by describing its shape.
Yeah.
Like Pennsylvania is the state that looks like square Pac-Man with ears cut off.
What?
We're gonna figure
Perfect.
out just how Pennsylvania got its shape.
I feel like that's a good thing to mix with drunk history.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Colorado-
like, get fucking wasted.
Colorado. It's a square. and end episode.
That's it. Yeah.
Great job, everybody. GG.
I
We
just
can all go
wanna-
home now.
I just want to own one of the Indonesian, like the tiny islands of Indonesia.
Yeah?
And get it from their government and just like invite everybody to come there and sit in a circle and drink beer and hang out. It's like,
You're in the 9 corners now.
yeah, they're like, okay, so your island's only like 20 feet by 20 feet. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here. We're not gonna do anything.
How much would that island cost?
6 pesos.
Probably not that much.
Indonesia?
Yeah,
They accept
exactly.
pesos in Indonesia?
No, did you know there are people,
Bitcoin, yeah.
there are people that like have their own
It costs,
principalities and stuff?
it
Yeah.
costs less than college.
Yeah.
I would agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
There's
Is that a
lot
joke
of-
or is that true?
It is
That's
true.
That's sad to be true.
Huh.
I'm sure there's...
Fuck it, I'll build college on my island.
Yeah, there you go. The most
Pay for it in
expensive
like
college-
2 weeks.
Pay
Yeah.
for it with your island.
Exactly. I built the college, but now I have to sell the island. Shit.
So,
I
I
didn't
Can I
think
be a
this one
professor
through.
in your island college?
Yes, you sure can.
Alright.
I want to talk
I
about...
just want to teach us, like,
You can teach
Si-
badassery.
yeah, I want to teach
That's the
civics
only
and,
class.
civics and sociology because that's the only things
I thought you'd
care
run the
about.
microbrewery.
I can do both.
Well,
the
when- well, when you have a-
no, his class is in the microbrewery.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
actually-
how much space it takes up.
Whoever gets me a fresh pint of beer gets extra credit.
Well, when you have a 20-foot or 20-yard by 20-yard
No, it's
Wait.
foot.
20 foot by 20-foot island, the only thing you can afford is a microbrewery.
Oh yeah. Well, what we didn't tell you,
Because it doesn't fit.
what we didn't tell you, it's off of Barbie's drunk dream house. That's where that
You
resides.
just hear.
Come
you just
on,
hear-
Ken!
Yeah, you just hear yelling out the window. And we're like, shut up!
Come
Slowed
on.
down versions of that Aqua song.
Okay, so I
What
want...
do you got? Whiskey dick? I don't have any dick. I don't know what.
I have a bulge, but that's all I have to offer.
I have an appointment.
Yeah. Oh, man.
What?
We were watching the show called Prison Break.
I know Prison Break.
Okay. Well, we were
Prison
watching
Break.
it together all the way through. And this guy, in the one
Parody
point,
right there.
he gets sexual texts, like she's wearing like a schoolgirl costume in the pictures, and a lady walks in and he's like, excuse me, I have an appointment. And he's a very old guy, so it's obviously a boner, so
Yeah.
Casey and I like to refer to boners as an appointment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or if you
You
were
guys should
Christina,
watch.
a appointment.
Show me your microbrewery.
Yeah.
Pitching
Yeah.
a tent
If
right
you,
now.
If you get Oz, I'm actually thinking of getting the DVDs. But if you get Oz or HBO, you should watch the show Oz.
I want to see that.
It's like,
I have
I
HBO.
love that show.
I need to watch that.
What's
Oh,
what?
I
Get
didn't
HBO
know.
Go. That's what I did. I just watched like an episode every morning.
I
before
actually,
went
we
somewhere.
just got cable like maybe 2 months ago, and
Before that, they had a
Always.
cup on a string.
I just basically turned off all my cable
Tin can.
yesterday.
I always
Except
forget
for-
I have cable.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like I can't
It's
watch the
weird.
hockey game. I don't have cable, and then like the next day I'm like, fuck, I do have cable. I
I'm
can
just
watch
able.
it.
I'm able to. I found via Reddit and other things. I'm able to like
You
find
did
a
Reddit?
streaming source for just for streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been able to find a streaming source for like every game ever, and the
No
NFL Network has their thing called Red Zone, where it's like from the kickoff of the first games, from 1 o'clock to like 8 o'clock at night, you can just sit there with as much beer and food as you can cook.
I think any channel
and
allows
watch
that, but
7 hours straight with no commercial interruptions of football, and I'm like, this is paradise.
You and my dad would get along.
Yeah, I'm having a harder time finding hockey games actually, but
oh,
That's all
Nobody
I care
cares about hockey around here.
Yeah.
Amber cares about hockey.
Yeah.
Amber's not nobody.
I love hockey.
I don't care about hockey until it starts getting down to near playoffs.
Until the Flyers fans comes out of the woodwork and be like, hey.
There's one right there.
Just reminds
There's
me
two
that
of them.
Netflix
I only
story.
like seeing
I only
people
like the
get
Philadelphia
shit.
teams that have no chance of getting better. That's the Phillies and the 76ers.
What about the Eagles?
When
I'm
you're
a Cowboys fan.
Ooh.
Not with that.
When
Oh,
you're
we
from
strike
the
the negative chord.
when you're from the Philly area, you're loyal to your teams and you're
I'm used to
loyal
it.
to your Wawa.
What's loyalty to
I'm
a
used to
hometown
be-
team?
Dude,
I
I'm
do too
so
much.
used. Growing up here, through the 26 years of my life, I am so used to being hated for that. It's like I almost can just feed on the negativity now, which is my personality
you
in
do
general. So it's like it's great.
I alluded
If
to this
there was a
last
more hated
episode.
team I could follow, I would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did.
I alluded to this because when
Well, the
I
Penguins
realized I mentioned that I was going to tell your story, but I realized you should probably tell it instead.
No, you got
Novel
shushed.
concept.
All
I did
crits, all
I
crits.
did pretty much get shushed.
Was this the one where I was explaining my sexuality?
Yes, because
Through
that's
Netflix.
hilarious.
My
Please,
sex-
can you care to explain?
I think
got
that's
his
the point of the
interest.
story.
my sexuality, it basically falls upon the line of Netflix and get that thing away from me. You know the
Oh,
meme-
Netflix and chill. Is that
yeah,
what
the
it
Yeah.
meme is Netflix and chill, or watching Netflix, get some. Well,
Get
my
some crunk.
my story here is
Cut out the Netflix.
I've been dating my boyfriend for the past year and a half.
I feel so
and
bad for him.
I do too. We will.
Tara's right here.
Trust me, that can stay away from me.
I was gonna say her name is Tara, but you didn't say.
It's already happening.
But we have had situations where we get kind of intimate, and then all of a sudden somebody
He has an appointment.
and it usually turns into me crying and screaming, "Get that thing away from me!" So it's become the joke of Netflix and get that thing away from me.
Does he just take out his unit and be like,
It just kind
You ever
of.
see the South Park movie where Saddam Hussein, hey, Satan?
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Is it doing anything for you?
Good God.
No!
So speaking of dicks,
And that's your
Oh,
whole
really?
sexuality
There's-
right
there's-
there. Summed
there's a
up in one
transition there?
story.
you
Yeah,
know
but
the
se-
story I'm about to
Yeah,
tell.
my
Oh,
sexuality.
Just
yeah.
wait, just wait.
I'm into
Okay.
it,
Strangely
and I think
aroused
I am.
right now.
Then
This is
boner
gonna be the
happens.
dick
No.
part.
Then you touch boner, and then you run away screaming.
Let me tell you a story, guys.
Oh,
Lancaster is a weird place.
It is.
that's not a story. That's just a statement.
Yeah.
That is the intro.
Yeah.
Well, let's recap who we know from Lancaster.
So, anyway, there was an article in the newspaper the other day where there was a man who was arrested in Walmart, of course. The weird Walmart in Lancaster. There's two of them.
The Brown Mart, as I call it.
The Crack Mart. It's
That's
where everyone
racist.
sells
Crack Mart.
I used to go to that Walmart.
Well, anyway,
Dracula.
this man was arrested. He was found in the bathroom. He was
Spanking
playing
his
with him.
monkey?
He was spanking his monkey. Apparently,
He was
He was taking
jerking.
care of his appointment.
he was
Yeah,
taking.
he was.
He was at his appointment.
Jerkin
And-
the Gherkin.
You tried calling to reschedule.
Guys, you
know,
might
couldn't
want
do
to wait
anything.
for your jokes because I'm setting you up. Ready? for
I'm
this?
ready.
5 knuckle shuffle.
The reason the police were
John
called
Cena.
was shut your face,
Where's the
hole.
air horn?
I'm gonna start laughing so hard I can't breathe. Let me tell you the story.
Relax.
Everybody shut up.
He was
Yes,
jerking it
direction.
into a jar of mayonnaise.
Well, that's just...
Is that just to cover the crime? Or
Now let me show you
Was he
his
gonna put
arrest
the mayonnaise
photo.
back?
You need.
I thought you were about to say, let me show you a picture, and I was about to go,
Well, his
No.
face does kind of look like an erection. We'll go
Let
with it.
me show
Did
you
face
his
look like an
arrest
erection?
photo.
Nice.
I'm not
Nice.
kidding.
Everybody shut up. He has an erection.
Ninja
This
sex
is his
party.
arrest photo.
oh,
Pass it around.
God.
Pass
Oh,
it
yeah, I
around.
saw that guy.
Pass it around.
Oh, wow. Casey was not
You know,
kidding.
Casey, you know who he looks like?
It looks like
The
the baby
driving
from
ed teacher,
PT.
Mr. Sefchuk.
Yeah,
That's
very
hilarious.
It does look like the
Speaking-
baby from PT.
Oh my god!
Sink fetus.
Yeah.
It just starts dropping wisdom on you.
Yeah.
I can bring
So
it.
you were jerking off into a mayonnaise jar.
Sounds like the opening to a joke.
Yeah. So I was jerking off into a mayonnaise jar.
Sorry, it's a West Williams joke. So I was just jerking off in this mayonnaise jar. It
But
was,
lost it at sea.
it was a really slow night, okay, guys?
The last 2 days. Well, not the last 2 days, but
Cool story, bro.
Wednesday
great
and
build-up
Thursday.
here.
Drawing in my
Wednesday,
attention.
one or
Wednesday
the
and
other.
Thursday on Dr. Phil. Now, I don't normally watch it.
Wait a minute. Hold
We had
on.
to too. Listen, we had-
was the topic?
The topic was...
My husband jerks off in the mayonnaise jar.
The topic was even worse.
Well, you
The
need
topic
condiments.
was...
Should you use them?
The topic was... this woman had talked to Jared, the Subway guy,
Oh god,
over the
yeah.
phone,
Yeah.
and he had
Because
He
that's
was
as far as
jerking
she
off
wanted
in
to
the
get.
mayonnaise.
We were just talking
divulged
about this.
divulged all of the
Oh, yeah, I did
desires
hear
of
about that.
childness
Yeah.
Great.
that he wants
Great.
to do, basically.
Childness.
Well, I don't
I don't
want
like
to
where
talk
this
about
conversation is going.
that. But I'm just sharing because it was insane.
Dan has stock in Subway.
I was just
I can
thinking
see
it's
that.
a good thing. It's a good thing they don't have him in General Pop right now. I know some guys in prison that would kill him.
It doesn't
Well, the fact
specify
that she
his age.
recorded every
Yeah.
single
Yeah,
conversation
he was like,
she
how
had
old?
with him.
She's like, how old were the kids? Like, I don't know. She was maybe 11 years old.
And he
Like,
said that he
you
had no
could
limit.
see, you could see that it was bleeped out, but like you could count the number of asterisks to know what he was saying in the sentence.
11 asterisks, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking.
But he was counting like Mr. Ed.
It's like, wait, that translates to fucking the shit out of her. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, but
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Dr. Phil in his Dr. Phil-esque way. is
What
like,
you need
I
to
don't
do-
want you to be scared. I just want you to be alert. I was like, no, you're trying to scare me.
What you need
Phil
to do-
McGraw, if that's your real name.
It's Dr. Phil McGraw, you motherfucker.
But we have a saying down in Texas. I'm pretty sure Texas doesn't want you anymore.
I don't want to associate.
Yeah.
Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining.
That's like letting the
Sounds
wolf.
about right.
That's like peeing in the butter and calling it margarine.
That's like
nothing like
jerking
that
off
at all.
into the mayonnaise jar.
It's like taking a
Interesting.
possum and shoving it on your cock. So
That's
too
like-
soon.
That's
Calling
like
it a
letting,
Friday.
that's like letting the wolf in the hen house
He's not a
and
Tuesday.
expecting them to have a tea party. You're like, what are you talking about? You're looking around.
Dr. Phil made his entire career off of saying bullshit like that.
You can't.
That is stinking thinking. He has,
That's
I've
a
watched
walking
him do it.
catchgraph.
I used to
I can
to
just
go,
see the copyright logo right next to
before
it.
before she
Yeah,
passed
there's
away, like
60
when I first started at Chip, I used to go and watch the show with my to hang out with my grandma.
Uh-huh.
I used to watch the show with her every day. I've heard all the isms, man. I'm telling you.
You can't expect to throw a possum in a hen house and call it licorice. All right.
Can we create...
That dog just
Wow, you are
won't
such
hunt.
a wise man.
Can we create...
That dog just won't hunt. I love that one.
Can we create
No.
a Dr. Phil ism creator?
That'd be great.
Where
Dr.
it's,
Phil
it's
soundboard.
like, it's like
Hermione-ism?
Mad
Oh, I love
Libs,
it.
basically.
Yeah.
Where
Put in
you
a
start off,
noun.
you can't blank without blank and expect blank. And it just fills in like the craziest
Animal
fucking shit.
location action.
I'm not even going to limit it to that. This could go any direction.
You can't expect blank, 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 Adina Menzel.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele doesn't. I want to
I
talk.
still
sorry.
think that's one of the funniest things ever.
I didn't know her name.
Hey, Mom. Hey,
John
Dad.
Travolta.
Thanks for picking me up from school.
That is so stupid.
I want to talk about Twitch right now because they started the new thing
Oh, Twitch.
called Twitch Creative, where it's just
I
solely.
heard nothing about this.
They just started it on the 29th,
That's why I heard nothing about this.
where it's basically just a more specialized place for people who do art and such things.
Okay.
To be able to stream their stuff. It's
So it's kind of a split between
it's
gaming
sort of-
and not gaming.
yeah, it's sort of separate, but not quite, and you can search through hashtags, kind of like with
Okay.
Twitter. So it's pretty cool.
That's nice.
They did it on the 29th because it was Bob Ross's birthday,
Uh-huh.
and they're celebrating this whole thing and Bob Ross's birthday by playing every single episode of Joy of Painting in a row, nonstop, and it's going to take 9 days.
Yes.
And they also added a global emote where it's the Kappa face, but with an afro. It's pretty great.
That's amazing.
Joey and I were watching it this earlier today, and I was like, "Yeah, check out Joy Painting."
It was weird. He was playing Halo.
Yeah, we were watching and everything. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna see you next time. God bless, whatever." Starts up the next episode. He's like,
God bless whatever.
"Yeah." There's our title. I can't go one episode without saying that.
You gotta put it on a shirt. That's what I've been telling you.
I do.
I agree.
Oh,
the shirt vote ends today.
yes, it does.
Yeah.
I'll
Continue
get to
with
that
your
in a
story,
second.
yeah.
I'll get to that in a second and tell you guys the
Hey.
winners.
Before, I forget it. Are the Poseidon shirts still there?
No,
Oh.
I only made one of those.
Okay.
I really want one. The one you gave me doesn't fit.
I know. So, yeah, it faded into the next episode because it just goes fade out and
Yes.
fade back into the next one. And he's like, "Hey, I'd be painting, like I usually do, but I'm gonna let my son Steve here take over. I'll be back at the end of the episode." And chat just freaked out. They're like, "Steve! No, not Steve! Hashtag free Bob!" It's like, we watched an entire episode where Steve was painting.
That's amazing.
The
I
chat
gotta
on
go
that
do
goes-
crack in the back of the studio.
I couldn't even watch the chat on it. The chat on that goes
It's
like
toxic.
about 30,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Any
It's-
popular stream, there's just no chat.
It's just junk.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
on Clinton's stream the other day when he did his personal best in the Ocarina, there was like 1,200 or so viewers,
Yeah.
but there was like 30 of us talking in
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
A lot of people were just
lot of
lurking and
lurking.
creeping and whatnot.
Yeah,
They sound like it's under-bridged trolls.
that's pretty great.
That's what the
though.
Do you think they don't look like Bridget?
Well, I don't know.
Under Bridget.
Bridget trolls.
Suddenly now I want to find a use for
Oh,
trolls.
you're right. We're not talking about
Hey ho, she's plowing a troll.
Gee, that's a new one.
Or he's plowing a troll. God's only know how to keep it so.
Might as well be walking on the sun.
So
Did I
God,
get it
you
right?
once told me.
Did I
I
get
don't
it right?
see nothing wrong with a
Anyway,
little
here's
bump and
Wonderwall.
grind.
John Cena! Sorry,
We're all
You
doing it
stole
for the
the
Maymays
phrase.
right
Oh yeah.
now.
Oh yeah.
That was actually what one of my cousins called me. She called me either May May or Mimi.
Huh.
Good story.
I know,
It's your
right?
name backwards twice.
I know, right? I'm a
Did you
Mimi.
know that? Did you guys know that?
Always
Catch
gonna
on?
be.
Catch on? Get it? Did you get it? Did you fucking get it?
This side of the room understands.
Here's something video
Drawing
game
blanks
related.
right
Yeah.
Today, Scott Cawthon launched the trailer for his next game that he's putting out.
Oh, yeah?
Five Nights at Freddy's World.
What?
Oh, you haven't heard about this
No.
thing?
World?
This is...
Oh, he can suck it.
I thought someone was lying to me when they said that.
No, this is a real thing.
Damn it, Scott.
It's coming out sometime next year, but because the trailer came out, it's going to come out like Tuesday. It's like a Final Fantasy MMO where you play as the different characters in some sort of world.
Oh dear.
All I know
God.
is Markiplier's gonna be playing it.
It
It
actually
6
looked
million views.
it looked kind of interesting, honestly. When it was first announced, I'm like, whatever. The trailer makes it look decent, honestly.
I'll have to check it out because I haven't seen anything.
That's
I've heard
seriously
anything
pretty
about
good.
that.
Oh, and you know what? Also, I just remembered comes out today.
The DLC.
The DLC is out
Yep.
today.
Halloween DLC?
Yeah, that's interesting.
A
I
compilation.
gotta find out what's in that box.
Yeah, I need to mention,
Of what?
since you brought it up,
Oh, when you beat the game at the end, there's a box.
there's a box
and
with 2
then
locks on it.
There's a DLC that comes out today that opens the box.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
But anyway, you mentioned the shirts. The
Free
shirt,
DLC.
the shirt campaign is over. Well, not campaign. The voting session
Yes.
is over. The 3 shirts that we're going to have.
You all
on-
voted they all suck. We're not doing shirts.
The 3 shirts we're gonna put on sale. That besides the group cash shirt. That's
Yes, the one that we
Um,
sold before.
The other ones are overwhelmingly responsive. Was the Is Good shirt.
One of my favorites.
Is
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
And
Good.
behind that was I love soup, I love metal. This is one of those 2 things.
That's a pretty good one.
And I know at least 3 brands.
Yes, that was one I voted for.
Yep. So those are the ones that are going to go on sale tomorrow or today.
Tomorrow. No
Yep.
kidding.
Yep.
Yes.
How
Wow,
much?
that was fast.
They are $20.
Change that to 50.
Buy
Make some
all
money that way.
3. Can we do a package deal? All 3 for like $45 or something?
50.
I don't know.
$50 right now.
Try that
Three.
when you
We'll see.
plug
Well,
the
if you
numbers.
did 50, it would. If they're 25, that would be basically buy 2 get 1 free.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll look into it. But yeah, I'm
Huh.
going to try to make it a thing either tomorrow or the next day.
What
I might have
colors
to.
are they?
What color are these shirts going to be?
Um,
I asked that
I'm going
first,
to make
good
several
sir.
colors.
Right,
The group cat shirt, which I'm wearing right now.
fantastic blue.
That's
the official name of the color, by the way.
yeah.
Fantastic
I actually
blue.
Is that
changed-
trademark?
It is.
I actually
wait.
changed.
I thought, wouldn't
Huh?
Fabtabulous be better?
Fabtabulous?
Fabtabulous.
Fabtabulous.
Dan, you haven't been on the show in like 70
But that's-
episodes.
That's our thing,
He's
Casey.
doing callbacks from episode 27.
I know, right? You're like our time capsule.
We just dug him out of nowhere, and
Well,
it's
that's
all
pretty
this
much-
stuff. We're like, oh, I forgot about that shit.
I mean, Halloween
I'm
is
stuck in the
similar
fucking
to
90s,
where the
goddamn.
dead rise again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wes ought to be here any second now.
Oh, jeez.
Something like that.
So, colors of shirts.
Yeah, there'll be a multitude
Black.
of colors that I haven't decided
Okay.
on quite yet.
All right.
But I made the logos and everything that the designs are PNG transparent, so I can make them.
Beautiful.
So I can make them whatever color.
Cool.
But
I
I'll
think
probably
for-
only make them a couple different colors.
I think 3 breads should be in black.
Yeah,
That's what I seem to. That's what I like see it
black
as. in my
black
head.
works the best for that one.
I think so because it makes all the other stuff
And
pop.
and the I Love Soup one's probably going to be white.
Cool.
The Is
piss
Good
yellow.
one's probably going to be
Piss
mostly
yellow.
piss yellow, cadmium yellow,
Oh, yeah.
and
I have a
What
marker
color?
that color.
So I.
What color do you get when you blend fabulous blue and piss yellow?
Disturbing green.
Disturbing green.
Just green. Just green. Nothing special green.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the
Nothing
color of his
special
hair.
green.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
the special green.
Yeah,
His
I like
hair is
that.
atomic turquoise.
Clever.
It's like adding a positive and negative number, you just get 0.
Exactly.
They just balance out.
Here's something cool I learned the other day.
Huh?
Also video game related. Why do I
Okay,
keep talking
that's
about
fine.
video games?
Because
They're making a Sonic Boom too.
I
no.
love that, actually.
Don't you just love that reaction? Look at that waveform. It's
It's
beautiful.
just a waveform of straight sadness.
It looked like a spiky megaphone.
You want to know what straight sadness feels like?
Sonic Boom 2.
No.
What about gay sadness?
Getting your tonsils out as an adult.
Oh.
An adult.
An
adult.
adult.
An
Can we
adult,
talk about
yeah.
Sonic
I like
Boom
how
2
you're on
first?
this. It's
Go
great.
ahead.
Because that's like, oh,
What?
how did this happen?
Somebody at Sonic Team decided
Somebody.
to do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's like, wow.
They
I love
decided God
everything.
is dead.
They actually did a press
I thought that was
release.
neat.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Sega did a press
Before
release where
we're
they
like,
just said, we're
We
sorry.
know the game.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like, we're sorry that Sonic sucks.
Oh man. That's,
Legit,
that's
that was
rough.
the press release.
when they're thinking about it, Rolls.
Yeah.
When they know they suck. I mean,
Why are
Wolves
we
love
doing?
Sonic.
where do you have to
I
go
don't
to?
I love the old game.
Sonic.
Even at that, they're a little
You know, I
iffy.
used to have the
No,
old
they're
emulators.
not. They're good. You just don't
I didn't like them.
them.
I didn't like them.
Just
That's
settle on
true.
that.
That's
It's
true.
alright.
I will
the game
jump
I get
across this
shamed
table.
for,
I will
your
jump
Kingdom
across
Hearts
this table and I
trash.
will put you into that
I don't think
sofa.
I've ever seen you jump.
You want to see it?
Okay, hold on.
I'm quite agile when I need to be.
Really
I'm
sad.
not.
Stop the
Everybody
presses.
pause.
What are you
What?
talking
What
I'm
game
gonna-
are you shamed for?
Square
So
up.
this bitch over here
I'm
is
a s-
absolutely obsessed with Kingdom Hearts
Oh.
to the point where
Yeah.
I am forced to listen to the music more often than not. I have to blare metal just to get her to shut the fuck up.
Hey, that's still better than my Hatsune Miku games. Gotta suffer through my Vocaloid trash.
I don't know what the fuck
They
that
made
is.
a game
Vocaloid.
about the
Run
Vocaloid.
before
They
she
have
starts
like
to
7
explain.
now.
Okay.
They have it for the DS, the PS2.
I don't want to
and
live on this
PS4.
planet.
And they're all extremely important to the story.
Okay, so I am horrible Kingdom Hearts trash,
There you
and
go.
it doesn't help that they're releasing Kingdom Hearts 2.999999999.
Yeah, they're
Excuse
never
me,
gonna.
it's
They're kind of in the same boat as
It's
Half-Life.
not 3, it's 2.
Yeah.
It's literally it's 2.8. They're dropping instead of a 1.5 and a 2.5.
No!
They're dropping a 2.8, which has Kingdom Hearts Chi, Kingdom Hearts whatever, and another Kingdom Hearts attached to it, and then we
God
get
damn it,
3.
Square Enix! What are you doing?
Square
Just stop.
Squeenix is just
Squeenix.
Squeenix.
Squeenix is turning my
Scrubbles.
That's also an inside
Sounds
joke
like a
between
wannabe
my friend and
Skrillex.
I, because during our weeaboo phases, we'd
You
constantly
never
go
asked her that. Be honest.
You don't know what weeaboo is, Lennon?
I absolutely know what that is. That's why I'm terrified.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we
You
might
gave
have
you
to
gave the
switch
face
seats
of like
with
pure
someone.
confusion.
No, no.
We used
No,
to-
that was
No,
terrible.
that's terror, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we used
I
to
got them
squee all the
confused.
time, so we thought it would be cool to make Square for Squaresoft and then Enix together and make Squeenix, and it
fits.
kind of just stuck until this day.
It works.
I was in the weeaboo phase for like a month in high school.
About a month.
Everyone like
Do
kind
I
of
need
beat
to
the
pull out
shit
a
out of
certain
me.
pillow that she
I'm
brought
like, what
with
are you
her?
doing, Rolls?
I just got hit with a pillow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And describe said
Right.
pillow.
Is
I
that
don't want to.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that, what's his
Fight,
face?
fight,
Kakashi
fight.
My
from
Yeah,
Naruto.
husband?
I can't remember all
It's
the
gonna work one
Goku,
day.
right?
Oh my god.
No, I'd accept
I
that
was
if it
gonna.
Goku.
I was actually speaking of animated adventures. When I came in, I was actually gonna give you my keys and my wallet. And be like, here, hide these. Drunk Rolls will only perpetuate his own existence. So
He's gonna turn into the
I
complex.
become drunk. I become drunk Bernie.
Yeah, what does he call himself when he becomes drunk Bernie?
Drunk Bernie.
The,
Yeah.
the something. There's
They're like, oh man, I
The
can't find.
Schwiz.
I can't find my keys or my phone. We actually tried to hide them, but we couldn't find them either.
That's pretty funny.
I've been told there are couches,
there.
but
Okay.
I'll take.
It's
a
starting. It's happening.
What?
Guys, it's happening.
What's
Without-
happening?
Wait,
The Happening? I
wait,
love that movie.
Wait.
What was that, a
I do
chipmunk?
not love that movie.
I was about to say M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Shabba-lama-lama.
Shyamalan Ding Dong. Just not.
Oh.
Son,
I heard
I didn't like M. Night
I heard
Shyamalan.
it.
I didn't like M. Night Shyamalan ever since Signs.
Oh.
Because of the ending where he's like, oh,
Now you're
by
gonna
the
be
way, the
disappointed 'cause
aliens
they're
are
probably
coming
not gonna
here.
come
Guess
back.
what their weakness is? Fucking water.
No, I think they're done.
I'm waiting.
I don't know. That movie was pretty good, except for the ending. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was
the
gonna
one
say.
scene where like
guess
it was
they're
like the
done now.
birthday alien. You scared the fuck out of me.
Well, it was
Birthday
like the
alien.
one where it was-
Birthday
They come
alien.
out of a cake?
No,
Like,
it's
surprise!
it's like a birthday.
I'm
party.
Roger Evans!
I put it down. I put it down. It came back. What the heck?
I remember I was young as shit watching
We're gonna
it.
get a shower!
Yeah.
Call back.
It had the youngest Culkin brother in it. The one that couldn't act. The one that wasn't
Whoa!
Wallace and Scott Pilgrim, and the one that wasn't the kid in Home Alone, whatever his name was.
Oh yeah, that's something else.
I love that thing.
Wait,
Macaulay, that's right.
everybody,
Yeah, that's right.
everybody, shut up.
Everybody
I
shut
have
up.
erection.
I've had an erection.
Did you say you read fiction?
I'm harder than this lemonade.
I'm pretty sure I could go mining with the erection.
Well, I have a drill there right in front of me.
Yeah.
You can use that.
Amber. I love
My
that. I love that.
My erection might as well be Diamond Dallas Page's the wrestling finishing move, because it is a diamond cutter.
Someone get me some
Well, I'm gonna
glass.
start
'cause I
talking
can
about
cut some
wrestling
bla-
now.
diamond
I
glass.
wish. Oh God, I wish the peasants would do an all wrestling show like they tease. I would watch the shit out of that show.
I don't know if I would. It's not my thing. Not a
I love
man.
wrestling and everything about it. So.
Lord, I was born a wrestling man.
So, poor life decisions were made. I just need a gumball.
in
Oh,
John
yeah.
Cena.
Oh, you
yeah.
swallowed one?
Fuck
No.
John Cena.
Braces.
Oh, yeah.
You swallowed your braces? What? I
You
told
know how- you know
I
how-
tuned out.
That's the spirit.
You know how hated he is in the community?
Who?
John Cena in the wrestling community. He'll come out during a. Actually went on a 2-month break here,
Yeah.
but he'll go out into shows. Like the last arena he was in, I forget. It was in San Diego, the pay-per-view. He'll go out and half the crowd, the women,
You fight
and,
Richard Simmons?
no, the
I'm
women,
here!
no, the women and children will chant, "We love Cena" or whatever it is. And
The other
it's,
half
you
is
can
chanting,
tell.
Fuck off, fuck off.
No, the other one is Cena sucks. And it's like all the bass
I
comes
just
out.
love that
and
that's
Cena
still the
sucks.
thing, because I stopped watching wrestling like
Yeah.
8 years ago, and nothing has changed.
Yeah. Well, they keep pushing these big muscly guys. There are more skilled technical wrestlers in the company. They're like
If they
Vince
weren't
McMahon
skilled-
loves the big muscled oily dudes. I guess. I think he might be gay.
Did you miss the whole Kiss My Ass Club thing? He's definitely gay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry,
kind of want to
what?
know.
No, Vince
Him and
McMahon,
Stone Cold were feuding,
awesome
didn't
use
they?
of power, let me tell you. Would bring up whatever wrestler he decided to shame that week, pull down his own pants, and then shove said wrestler's face into his
I've
face.
seen it.
That was the Attitude Era. So buckle up.
Right. Attitude. The attitude was boners.
Appointments, you mean?
Appointment. Richard Simmons.
I pretty much got my whole lifestyle plan from Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm gonna drink beer, kick some more ass,
Have
drink
you
more
seen his
beer.
reality show?
Ooh.
The
Broken
Skull
Skull
Challenge?
Yeah, it's great.
The Skull Challenge.
Broken Skull. And he
I was
lives
gonna
on the
say,
Broken Skull
who can
Ranch.
skull
in
folk
Texas.
another person better?
He lives on Broken Skull Ranch in Texas. That's his property.
I see.
And he built a big obstacle course, and like whoever has the best time on it, it's like, oh, here, I'll give you $30,000, and then someone else can vie to beat that time. And it's a lot of like marine style challenge. It's pretty fun to watch.
Right.
And he just drives by in a golf cart beside him. I'd like to think drinking beer.
Pussy!
Yeah, I'd like to think drinking beer the whole time. Said, "Come on, you got to run harder than that." I'm like, I love this show.
Sounds like a show.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Amber, tonsils.
Yeah.
Say
Oh,
oil.
we were on that.
They're
weren't we?
removed.
Everyone, think of one word for her to say. All right?
Tonsils.
No.
Oh.
Bloomin'
Oil.
onion.
Say oil.
Oil,
Banana.
Rolls, your turn.
banana.
Damn it.
Bloomin' onion.
Fuck you and your.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
Bloomin'
No,
onion.
no. We need to hear this
love that.
now.
Focus. Here it comes.
I'll be stuttering when I'm drunk.
Bloomin' onion.
Hey,
I'll take
Mazel
it.
tov.
I'll give you a B.
Well, anyway, we're
Say
good.
falafel.
Hey, we're not done
We're done.
here.
We're done with
Ramalama
this
ding
game.
dong.
You're next.
We're
Give her
done.
a
No,
word.
we're done with this game. Let me
Shamalama ding dong.
let me just tell
M.
you.
Night Shyamalan Gamma Glamour.
Casey can attest to this.
Bruce
Hello.
Willis.
This is the worst 2 weeks of my entire
Worst
life.
2 weeks
Oh,
of my
yeah.
life.
Yeah, worst 2
All I
weeks.
did was sit on the couch.
My first day, I had.
So did me.
He went to class.
I know.
My cousin stayed with me, and she said it was a constant switch between me being like, well, first of all, I couldn't talk, so I had my phone with a little app that spoke
was
for
great.
me.
You mean text?
No, but I would type
I was gonna say
and then
whiteboard.
press a button, and it would read it out loud.
Oh, right.
Anytime, because I didn't
We hear from
Prank-
Siri a couple
prank
times a
phone.
day.
basically. But she said it would be like maybe like, no, it doesn't hurt at all, because I was still under anesthesia a little
Yeah.
bit. And then all of a sudden I'd go, oh, and I'd just roll over and fall asleep.
Oh.
Pray for
But
Pray
basically
for
what
Mojo.
happens is it feels like having 2 ear infections while sipping ninja blades out of a water bottle.
Can you sip ninja blades?
Yes, you can.
You gotta
I
take a
once
straw.
sipped a corn chip and I choked on it, so it does work.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I should have known if anybody knows.
Yep.
But yeah, it was really bad, and like I said on the last podcast I was on, my doctor predicted that at a certain point it would get worse. It did.
Yeah.
It was like one day I was like, oh, this hurts, and the next day I was like, it did not hurt yesterday. It didn't.
Is he like really doing his job then? I know you came to see me. It's gonna hurt
Is
worse
this Dr.
later.
Phil now?
Most
Now
doctors.
listen.
You can't expect to get your tonsils removed in
Doctor.
China and expect.
Doctor, are you drinking whiskey? I'm the doctor.
Let's be real here. Most doctors are take 2 and call me in the morning unless it works.
There you go.
My doctor. I
Unless
just
you're
learned he
actually
was a
dying,
veterinarian.
and then they're like,
I don't
oh
really
shit!
go
A
with.
failed
You
vet.
gotta send me to the other doctors that know how
I
to
don't really
handle
go
this.
visit doctors.
Yeah.
So.
He'll tell you to
Yeah,
take
I
two or
can't
something
do
better.
anything for you, but let me tell you about this guy down the street.
Oh
He's
my god,
great.
he is
And you're
so,
gonna have to spend
he's
it-
such a good golfer.
You're gonna have to spend an extra $200 on this just for them to send you home, and you'll be back in 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, I'm basing this off of when my pancreas almost exploded.
I would love to have
Your
a doctor
pancakes
go.
almost exploded?
My pancreas, I almost died a couple years
Okay,
ago.
now it sounds like the right word.
Is that a fun story?
No, it is not a fun story.
That's your death story.
Well, the only funny story about it is the doctor, really, because I was on medication, and I'm sitting there, well, it was funny because of my parents as well. I'm sitting there after work, and I'm like, wow, I must have some really bad gas pains or something. Maybe I just ate some, like, really bad, like, sushi or whatever. And I'm like, okay. So I take gas medication, you know, all that stuff. And then about an hour later, I'm like, yep, no, this has to be something else. This sucks. And Mom's like, you're just pulling this to get out of school. And I'm like, no, I think something's going on.
I do declare.
What I do declare.
And I go on to like
fan.
WebMD, and it's like, you have pancreatic cancer. And I'm like, I don't think it's pancreas. I think
Good
something.
old WebMD.
It's like, okay.
I'm not saying it's cancer, but it's cancer.
It's probably
Now,
lupus.
Say it with me now, everybody.
now don't freak out.
What's the
you
diagnosis?
You should start with that every time before it delivers.
Oh my
the result.
god, I have a cancer story that is amazing.
I would
But-
love every time.
I wish I could be.
every
I wish I
time.
wish I would just want to be a doctor. Just to be like, listen.
You got
Now
3 hours.
don't. I'll be holding a beer the whole time too.
Now,
Don't overreact. But I may have severed your spinal cord during
I
surgery.
think somebody
Little
should hack,
tipsy.
I think somebody should hack WebMD that after you punch in all your symptoms, instead of it saying like searching for results or something like that, it should be, are you sitting down?
What's the diagnosis? What's your zodiac sign? Cancer.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, so I go, and my mom's like, fine, I'll take you to the freaking hospital just to appease you. And then I go to the hospital, and I'm sitting there, and the doctor at first is like, they had to deal with the suicide case in the
Well, let's
room
go
next
look
to
at
me.
WebMD.
They're dealing with the suicide case next to me, and then while I'm sitting there, I'm
I don't
like,
think he's gonna
I'm
make
sorry,
it.
did he attempt suicide? And
Yeah.
then, like...
they're dealing with the suicide case, and then they put some pain meds in me, not too much.
They put him in
His
him.
jaw.
They
Oh
put,
my
they,
God.
put, they put some Tylenol.
It's only gonna
so
hurt
I
for
feel-
a second.
So I'm feeling a little better, and I'm talking to the nurses and all that, and the doctor's just like, what the fuck is this teenage girl doing here? She's just doing this to get out of school. And then he comes back, and all you can see on his face is just, oh, shit. And he literally does. Like, I would think he was, like, smoking something in the back or whatever, because he's just, because he looked at me like he wasn't serious, and then he comes back all of a sudden just like, yeah.
You have AIDS.
Space AIDS.
Space.
Space
Space AIDS.
Space.
From all those space monkeys.
Horrible
Space-
disease that's
space
equivalent to
AIDS.
space AIDS.
So he's just like,
After
yeah, your levels for your pancreas are a little bad.
Are
Sounds like level
fatal.
60.
So your pancreas is slightly inflamed. We're not going to really do any tests on that part. So
The
just,
bowling ball.
so here's some Tylenol. Just take some pain meds, and you should be fine. Within an hour, I had to be rushed back. They did all these tests. My levels tripled, and my pancreas was triple the size from what it should be. So you could see it bulging out in my body. It was
Oh,
disgusting.
you were just skipping school.
I know, right?
You're going
And
to be with your hot teacher.
this was before the hot one.
There's so many questions.
I got it made.
I made.
So yeah, and then they were like, "Oh shit, you should have stayed in the
Do the
hospital
Van Halen jump.
because now you might have to get
Well,
surgery."
might as well jump.
Ooh.
You know?
And they almost had to transport me to the children's hospital in Philadelphia, and I'm like a 16-year-old girl just sitting there like, at this point, just give me the morphine.
You want
keep
an
me on
apple
this.
juice?
You want an apple
Drink your
juice,
juice,
Sonny?
kids.
What?
Should I be having sugar if my pancreas is like this? Apple juice!
I couldn't eat anything. I wasn't allowed to have food or
God,
water
die.
for a week.
Ooh.
I was on IV fluid, and then they went.
I was on sunlight.
Then they went to give me a
Oh,
cracker.
sunshine.
They went to give me a cracker. The one nurse gave me one, and then the other nurse, right before I got to eat it, pulled it away and said, "We have to test you with water first. You can't eat anything." And I was just like,
It's like 2 inches from your head.
I thought before
With a
you
look
said
of
she
hope.
took it away and said you need to be tested, I thought you were about to say she was going to take it away and pre-chew it for you.
that would be
Oh,
Yes,
horrible.
by the way, her nurse was an eagle.
When I woke
Big
up,
pimpin' in the
when I
hospital.
when I woke up, I remember when I woke up in the hospital after the car collision when I was in high school.
Yeah. He got hit in the back of the head with a car.
Sweet
I remember-
And
Jesus.
here he is.
Someone just threw
That
a car
explains
at
so
him.
much.
Yeah.
I remember waking up and being like, "What the fuck? Like, where am I? Why am I?" And
You wake up and your nurse is there.
my family was there, like, "All right, now listen.
Yeah,
You
so
might
let
have
me tell
lost
you
about 2 days.
Look, you were asleep for like 5 days, but you weren't on. You were fine. You weren't on any machines. You just
You're not
needed rest."
dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should count your blessings. At
Yeah.
least you're not
Yeah,
dead.
it was only 25 years.
He was riding his bike down the road, and a car. The car didn't move over enough, and the side mirror hit him in the back of the head.
It just went whoop, whoop.
I was gonna say it would be visible if I actually went ahead and shaved my head like I
Yeah.
wanted to for the outfit. Just a big ass wicked scar in the
By the way,
Oh, jeez.
fucking Halloween.
Oh yeah.
No!
We didn't mention that
I-
whatsoever.
Also, it's also Samhain.
Halloween.
Yay,
Or
pagan.
Samhain, for those who don't pronounce it the way it's technically supposed to.
Zeke Heil.
I spent
You're on the right couch.
I spent 2 months on a Halloween costume and wore it for about 5 minutes,
And then it broke.
and then it broke.
I sort of expected it to do that.
Oh,
it
I did
seemed
too.
Yeah.
like so like heavy.
It was
Just
yeah.
like
You're like Sisyphus, rolling the rock up the hill just for it to go back down. That is what costume
I really
making
thought you
is.
said you're
more like
syphilis.
Sisyphus.
Did you know? Scott Joplin.
He got
fucking rock.
Actually, I
syphilis.
did.
Had 3 wives and he died of syphilis. So anyway,
My
my cancer
elephant upstairs. What's going
Man up,
on?
man up,
Yeah.
Sisyphus.
my cancer story. I just found.
Oh, you have a cancer.
You have
story.
cancer?
I don't have cancer. I have a cancer story.
Oh.
Some
Did someone you love have cancer?
like in my
If
entire
so,
family.
call the attorneys at law.
Okay, so
That's
most
your word.
I'm sorry.
fight hard
That's
for your
Coulter
money.
and Steinhardt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
Daly Einstein. Damn.
so most of my family has cancer of some form. So that sucks for my bloodline.
Right.
But one of my uncles at dinner the other night told me a story where he had this huge lump on his arm, so he went to the doctor and they biopsied it. And the doctor is also his friend.
It's carbuncle.
No. His doctor's also his
Carbuncle.
friend. So one
Isn't that
day,
your own Garfield?
my uncle is walking. One day my uncle is crossing the street and he sees his doctor, and his doctor rolls down the window and says, "Hey, Rod, you have cancer. Call me."
Oh my god.
Simon
And that's how he found out he had cancer.
Like a brick.
Hello,
Hello,
darkness,
Oh,
my
boy.
old friend.
Cancer.
Over
Hello,
really
cancer, my old
trouble.
friend.
My best friend, my only friend. I'm lonely.
Talking
Cancer.
about cancer. Freaking
That's the end
Fight,
of the friend.
fight,
Everyone
fight.
has
Kiss,
I don't
kiss,
have any
kiss.
attention.
I don't want to talk about the end of that game.
No, that was horrible.
That was horrible. That was like a sucker punch ending, but
cancer
not
game?
even a decent.
Yes, the cancer game. It never ends
Cancer
well.
game doesn't really end good.
You either are in remission or dead.
Right.
Yeah. Franbo is the game you're talking about.
Rambo.
Yeah, that's what I dressed up
The guy
as
who went to
for
Mordor.
Halloween. Pretty sure that was Bilbo.
All of my jokes are just saying somebody is something else.
Yep. That's how you function.
And no,
right?
it's not Bilbo. I'm offended.
It's not
I'm
Bilbo?
offended.
I don't fucking know.
Fran.
Likewise.
The Bilbo Top 100.
I haven't seen or read Lord of the
They're
Rings.
topping the charts. The Hobbits. Where are they going?
Samwise carried that team.
No, without Sam, everything would have been fucked.
The guy who owns
dream
Walmart.
Frodo!
It's a dream team. Teamwork makes the dream work, you guys.
It's not who owns Walmart.
We just broke rolls. I didn't even do
I
anything.
used to do when I worked at Walmart in Simmonsburg for the remodel. We used to do this. It was a stupid thing we had to say at the beginning of each team meeting.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
No, there's one guy who's so energetic. Darren worked there with me, so
Yeah.
you can get a little base out of it with that.
And by you, he means just fucking me.
Give me a W. We're like, W. Give me an A. A. This is monotone as possible. What's that smell?
Walmart.
High fives all around. We all got that joke. All
What's
right,
that smell?
everybody go home. Everybody go home.
Walmart.
And,
That's the pep I like to see.
and meanwhile, you're just sitting there like, I want to die. Give me my paycheck. Let me
I
go
could be
home.
stocking shit right now. I don't.
It spells law.
I got
It does.
people to greet. God damn.
I could be collecting carts right now.
I almost forgot about this.
Fucking Christ.
When I was leaving work today,
Yeah.
I passed by a Walmart on my way home, and this car pulled out behind me in Walmart, and I just started laughing at it. It was this car that probably costs about $2,000, if even,
Okay.
because it was an amalgamation of like 4 different cars. You can tell because
Did Red
all the
Green
panels were
make
different
this car?
colors. It was like the Partridge Family bus is like a Mini Cooper. It was. Now here's the thing: that they were all. It was all parts of like shitty old '90s cars. You could tell this was not none of these parts were bought by anything that cost more than $400, except for the hood of the car, which was bright red with the most professional paint job of the Confederate flag you've ever seen. Which is nice to know where that guy's money is intended to go.
Well, that's the budget.
He's driving around in like a racist Frankenstein. God forbid he buys a car panel that's the same fucking color as any other car panel on the car.
I was about to ask if it was Red Green's car.
It was red green.
It was
also white
together.
and black.
Sounds like my family's car.
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
like
some of
everybody.
my
Your family go to Walmart?
Yeah, we go to Walmart 3
After
times
they go on
a week.
vacation.
Might have been him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
Vacation.
Might have been the Hiles.
well, we don't go by that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Most of them got
What do you
married.
go by?
Bad blood.
Well, now it's Perkins. And
Perkins.
Perkins.
Perkins or Cunningham.
Cunningham. Oh.
Got any more? He's just done.
We need to go to... fuck it. I quit. I quit.
That's
My
not
sinking
quit.
sound.
Fucking quit. Oh yeah, that's your sinking point. 55
Well, I have to-
minutes
I have
in.
to consistently sync the audio because somebody's audio keeps desyncing.
Does mine really fuck
Yes.
up that bad?
Your mic,
Why does it do that?
your mic is something.
I don't know.
Every episode, it'll at somewhere
Yeah,
in the middle
it
of the
just
episode,
fucks everything.
it just goes staticky.
Yeah, I don't get it.
echoey.
I don't know how it can do that. I don't know why it does
I
that.
don't know why either.
Are you
Audio for the
Hey.
series that we recorded
Yeah,
after the podcast last week. Perfect.
Of course.
I absolutely love it. It
Yes,
sounds
Dan.
great.
Are
I
we
can't
about
wait to
end
edit
the
this video.
podcast?
Huh?
Are we about to end it?
we
We
can.
No,
have-
you guys were talking about, like, it sounded like you were about to, like,
Yeah,
oh,
that
that's
sounds
it.
like she has something else.
I have one story that my mom and I laughed our stupid laughs together.
We'll end on
Answer.
this then. We'll end on this.
We went out to eat, and the waitress was really peppy and really nice, and it's a relatively
doing today?
it was a relatively new place, so she was like
I have
explaining how
cancer.
their menu
That's
works
me
because
being
it was
happy.
different and like cool.
Scary.
And she
Try a
was,
somersault. That's also you being petty.
Oh! Oh! I love
Your
it.
father helped me like that too.
You're becoming more like your father.
You guys don't know our dad. Shut up, Fox. Like someone's
friendly
breaking
waitress.
character.
Go on.
so most of the people haven't been there, so she's explaining the menu.
I'm monkey food.
And she recommended that we try the fries. So we got the fries, and they were really good.
What a
And the lady
recommendation.
came
Yeah,
up,
right.
and she's just like, "Aren't they
the
just
water."
so good? They're like crack for humans." And my mom and I just
Crack for the horses.
we looked at her, and we're just like, "Mm-hmm."
I
And
do
she
like
laughed,
that
and we
horse
just,
crack.
Question. How old was this person?
she was like
Old enough to know what crack was.
36 to 40. Old enough to know that crack is
Alright,
indeed
yeah.
for humans.
I would excuse it if she was like 15 or something. And this was a birthday gig. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's
great.
fantastic.
You know, instead of those crackheads that are always doing it, we do hear about the news.
Yes, Dan.
Okay. So we're gonna end it, right? No one's got any stories? Huh?
I kind of want to talk about the series that we recorded last week.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that too.
Everybody drink
You
more
can
beer.
end
That's
it.
my story.
I want to end on a song, and I need everyone's help.
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
so-
He's
12
got
days
the
of Gridcast, I
whole
fucking quit.
world.
so your series,
okay.
Lennon, the series we recorded.
So I'm right now editing it, and it's probably gonna take a while, mostly because iMovie is fucking garbage,
Well, yeah.
Right.
and it can't comprehend like 2 videos and an audio track without freaking out. So I gotta do it slow and methodical way, entirely in Adobe After Effects. Yeah, the playback is not good on a 40-minute video to edit large segments out of at specific points. It doesn't work so well.
Glad
So
I'm a PC user.
it's gonna take a
Suck
long
it,
time.
Apple.
It's gonna take a long
Suck an
time.
apple?
But Casey Rolls and I recorded 2 episodes of a new series that we're going to do, and we're eventually going to record some more.
Yes.
And I want to edit a couple of them before we put them out, so it's probably going to be a while before the series comes out. But it's called Game Boy Roulette.
It's gonna be.
Oh, you were
awesome.
telling me about
Yes. Casey has a Excel sheet
Yep.
with every Game Boy game, or Game Boy Advance game ever made. Which, as we're all aware, about 95% or more of those games
It's
are
garbage.
shite.
Yes.
Total
Hey man,
shite.
that Bratz game was pretty good.
That Bratz
That
game was
was the
amazing.
best part of the series thus far. So what we're doing is the Excel sheet has a number of how many columns or rows down it is. So we have a random number generator in which we randomly generate a number, and whatever number that is on the Excel sheet, that's the game that we play for probably a good 10 minutes or so, and realize what went wrong in our lives. But so far, it's been a blast.
It's been so great.
The games did not disappoint.
No. We played... Do we want to talk about what we played as a teaser?
Well, it'll be a while, so
there
by
were
the
a
time
lot
this
of
comes out,
brand,
everyone will forget.
Let's just say this. There were a lot of brand
A little
time
bit.
games.
Episode 1, there were 4 games. There was Jimmy Neutron. There
Shrek
was
Super Slam.
Shrek Super Slam.
Get Shrek'd.
Mega Man Battle Network Battle Chip Challenge.
Which sucks.
Which was fucking awful.
It was Cutscene the Game.
Cutscene the Game. And Bratz Babies.
Where you're in a mall and you're playing mini games.
To earn blings.
Yeah.
To buy your freedom, I'm pretty sure. I might have been following the plot wrong, but I thought we were buying our freedom.
Each minigame had its own little story.
It was like Gladiator, but in the mall, really.
It was like, you need to go collect the spare change out of the payphone so you can pay for your dog's ransom.
Oh my god.
It was like a teeter-totter experience.
Beautiful.
It was fantastic.
And then the other minigame we played had cooter frogs. I don't know if you remember those. Yeah, that was awesome.
You shot frogs out of your crotch. It was great.
To collect blings.
Good old Bratz Babies.
I guess it's the new thing instead of crabs, it's frogs.
It is.
Y'all knew Bratz Babies.
What about turtles?
Maybe that's where they came up with the idea.
We're not
of
that far yet.
We all know how you feel about Battletoads, Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
If we think about last episode.
I love that rant.
That was great.
So, Dan, you want to end with a song, huh?
Yes, I need all of your help.
Sweet.
He's got the whole world.
Snap, snap,
No. There's 8 of us total.
Uh-oh.
Now I need 3 of you to do the first part.
Oh, dear.
And I need 3 of you to do the
What's
first
the
part.
What is
you?
I've got a little
Because
silhouette of a
have your
man.
tonsils.
Go.
I need help with this. You're gonna do the second part and the first part because you just mess up words and it's hilarious. I love it.
Sweet.
Okay, everyone knows Elvis Presley, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone know the song "In the Ghetto"?
No.
I know the Rick
Is
James song.
that like another mouth to feed in the ghetto?
Yes, kind
That's
of.
the Rick James one.
Now,
okay.
In the ghetto.
after I say
I don't know
"In the
that song.
Ghetto," this part for the first verse,
Snap,
we'll go,
snap, snap.
we'll go in the ghetto, and then
Why
for
are
the
you
second
saying it
verse,
like
this
that?
part. Because
The Ghetto.
The
For the
ghetto.
for the
You
second
sound like
part,
Jimmy J.J. Walker from Good Times. There's a Good Times marathon.
I think Ghetto was one of the Pokemon regions, right?
I think so.
I'm in the ghetto.
Mosquito.
That's how you get
I got me
Cyndaquil.
I got me a ride shoe and a Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Top hat and
Bulbasaur
monocle. It was great. Yeah.
Like a Bulbasaur.
Fuck it, never mind.
I
No
want
one's
to draw.
participating.
Casey, you have to draw that now.
Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody!
What the fuck on here?
What?
I'm still gonna sing the
Let's
song.
thank our guests for being on this episode of Groupcast.
They don't matter.
Yeah, of course they matter. They talked for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Randos!
5? Okay.
They told us who they were and
Well,
that
one
they
of us
want to
did.
get that thing away from them, and they have pancreatic cancer. That's everything
It was
I
really-
gathered
it
from
was
this
really- it
episode.
was
And his
really a
first
roller
time on the
coaster
show was
of
also the
emotions.
last time.
It was
Bye.
such a learning experience. So, did you guys have a lot of fun just talking? I mean, we could have done this without recording.
Yeah, this is basically what we've been doing all night. But
I
hey,
mean,
Exactly.
it works.
Except
But
now,
knowing that
the
other people
whole
are going to be
world can
tormented by
listen.
this is great.
It's great.
Yeah, exactly. This episode probably sounds like shit.
Well, I'm gonna.
Did
I
you
am
roll
not a
20 over there?
13-year-old
What are you
boy.
doing?
Dude, I've been rolling crits all night.
Hell yeah!
I always sound like a 13-year-old boy on camera, and I can assure you I am a 20-year-old.
I've been rolling clips
Better
all
say
night.
something.
Oh!
Oh!
How do you do
Giggity.
that?
We can end on that.
Good night, everybody!